Hi, my name is Anne. Thank you for coming to my channel. Today I want to talk about doing laundry while traveling, both in the context of the Camino de Santiago and just general travel. So when I travel, I like to travel pretty light. I prefer not to check a bag if I don't have to. And for a trip of any length over 5 to 7 days, that's going to mean doing laundry. And on the Camino, of course, you're carrying even less than you would on a regular vacation, so you're definitely going to need to do laundry. I do not like to hand wash clothes. I don't like the process of washing clothes. I don't like how they turn out. I just don't feel like it's clean. So even when I was on the Camino, I used washing machines, and that's going to be the focus of this video, how to use a washing machine while you're traveling. So when I was on the Camino, I had 4 different outfits for the most part, or at least 4 shirts. I had a little less for the bottom, but those didn't need to be washed as frequently. So I needed to do laundry every 4 days. And like I said, I did not want to hand wash, so I needed to use a machine. There are essentially 4 ways that you can get laundry done with a machine on the Camino, and these 4 ways translate to just regular travel as well. So the first place you can get a machine is at the accommodations where you're staying. Now keep in mind, I stayed in private accommodations the entire time. So this advice is going to be for those sorts of locations. If you are staying entirely in communal accommodations, some of this advice might not apply in terms of there being a machine in where you're staying, but I think even in the albergues, a lot of them still had machines. This was not my preferred option. There's usually just one machine, a washer and a dryer, or maybe just a washing machine, and you could end up competing with other people for the time, and I just didn't want to do that. So I only actually washed my clothes in where I was staying, I think twice, and one of them was a place I was staying 2 nights, so I did it at like noon when no one else was around, but it is an option. Another option that is in the place you stay might be that they offer a laundry service. I did this quite a bit. So what'll happen is they will give you a bag or a basket, you put your clothes in it, and then they wash your clothes for you for a fee, of course. That was always really nice if you don't mind other people touching your clothes, because then you didn't have to do the work. I would just give them my clothes and then I could go and do sightseeing or take a nap or whatever it is I wanted to do, and not have to take any of my time to do laundry. So that was always really nice. A third option is to go to a laundromat. I did that 3 times in Sagun, in Leon, and in Sarria. That's a really great option if there's one close by. It doesn't take long at all. I think in all 3 places it was about 30 minutes to wash, 20 minutes to dry. So for less than an hour, you can get all of your laundry done, and it's just really convenient that way. They also had laundry soap in the machines, so you didn't have to have anything with you to be able to wash your clothes, so that was really convenient. And then the final way to do laundry in a machine would be to rent an apartment that has a washing machine in it. I did that twice. I did that in Burgos and in Astorga, and in both those places I washed everything I had. And the benefit to that is you don't have to wait in line, you don't have to be right there with it. You can put your stuff in the laundry and go have lunch and come back. Of course, that's more expensive to stay in apartments, but on the Camino to do it a couple times might be a good option. This is my first choice when I'm traveling just generally. I try to always stay in apartments that have a washing machine so that I can do my laundry and not have to go to a laundromat. But like I said, laundromats aren't bad. What are some laundry supplies that I always take with me when I travel? The first one is either Shout wipes like this or Tide sticks. So I got this in the travel section at Target. I carry this with me when I'm traveling, like when I'm walking around the city or on the Camino. When I was walking, it was in my pack. Just in case I spilled something, you can wash it right away, and then you can use this to spot clean before you put something in the washing machine too. A second thing I always bring with me are clothespins. So on the Camino, you'll definitely want something to be able to hang on a line. Some people just use safety pins for that. A lot of places will have clothespins for you to use, but you never know if they're all going to be in use. So I carry these, super cheap, comes in a bag like this of maybe 15 of them. The thing I really like about these is the loop. because if you don't have a clothesline, so if you have a clothesline, you can just use the clip. That's super easy. But you can wrap this around a curtain rod or a shower curtain, or what I will sometimes do in an apartment is there's usually a table with chairs and there's usually a broom or a mop. And so I'll put the broom or the mop across a couple chairs and then loop this through it and then hang my clothes to dry from that. So one thing I don't bring with me that a lot of people do is a travel clothesline. I have found that there's rarely places to connect those to walls or anything else, and it's just a waste of space for me. So I just sort of create my own place to hang things, and that works out really well. Most apartments won't have a dryer. They'll just have a washing machine, and so you will need to figure out how to hang your clothes if there isn't a dedicated space for that. And the third thing I always bring when I travel are laundry sheets. So this comes in a bag like this, and the sheets are just this size. So here, the size of my head, not too big. One sheet like this is for a normal size laundry. You can use these for hand washing too, and just use a portion of the sheet. I carry them in a Ziploc bag so they stay dry, and they're just a really great way to do laundry and not have to worry about liquids requirements for a plane or going to buy a big thing of laundry detergent that you won't use. Envelope like that lasts quite a long time. So those are my tips for doing laundry while you are on the Camino or while you're traveling. If you have any tips that I haven't mentioned here, please put them in the comments below. I'd love to see them. Otherwise, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.